Shut up. Anyway, I will keep you updated on the Love Nudge app. Okay. Basically, summarizing that part
for next time.
Yeah. What's going on with you? Anything you want to talk about?
Nope. Literally nothing.
Tight. Well, this is rare for us that usually we record pretty like evenly with when the podcast comes out, but we actually
this week we did it 2 days ago. So
yeah, so like nothing happened in the span of 24 hours, which
sorry.
I mean, our lives can't be that exciting all the time. We can't constantly.
But that's why we have a guest.
That is why we have guests. Every podcast. That's what pissed me off. I accidentally read a review that we got when I was like looking at our podcast stats. Yeah. I don't like reading reviews because I
generally don't.
Yeah. You know, I don't want it to fuck with my head. But someone was like, oh, like, they're just complaining about me getting into a relationship. But it's like, really? We have guests on the show. Like, the podcast isn't just me and Alexandra.
But they didn't like that you were in a relationship.
Yeah. They were mad that I got into a relationship.
What, they were like, it was good when Allison was single, but now it's not good.
Kind of. No, they didn't say that, but they were just like, she's in a relationship now, so it's just like, what's the point? It's like, really?
That's funny.
It's like, come on. We have guests. We talk about our past. We talk about people we fucked in the past.
Yeah.
I feel like every episode I've talked about some random dude I've hooked up with.
Yeah. We have so many stories from all the people that we've dated. Yeah. Like, there's no shortage.
Yeah. Like, don't guilt me for finally finding love. All right, assholes? I don't want to feel bad about it.
Yeah. Like, what? Oh, you have to break up with him because you have this podcast.
Oh, my God. What if I did? What if I legit...
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, babe, but this person... who listens to my podcast really thinks that I can't host this podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you.
So we got to break up. Bye.
So I have to break up with you. My first stable relationship ever. I have to break up with you. Literally of my whole entire life.
Let her live. Let
me live and let me host a podcast. That's all I want. That's all I want in life. I mean, I would get it if it was like that's all we talked about and we never had guests.
Yeah.
But we have guests in all states of singledom and relationships and marriage and everything in between. But we want to learn
from all types.
Yeah.
There's nuggets of wisdom.
Totally.
From everyone.
Totally.
And everyone has just like such crazy different stories that makes it interesting.
They sure do. I mean, something tells me we're going to hear some of those stories today.
Yep.
I think we just might.
All right.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to take a break and come back with our guest.
We're back. This time we have our guest with us. She's an amazing musician and her name is Colleen Green. And welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome, Colleen Green. I love how you sound so zen.
Yeah.
You sound very like almost like ASMR or something. It's so pleasant.
I try.
Very pleasant voice you have, Alexandra.
Thank you.
I'm always like, we're back.
Yeah, I really wanted to have Colleen on because a lot of your music, you just talk about such real like relationship things and like trying to find love and all this stuff.
True. What inspires you?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I kind of just write what I know, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like I have the best imagination sometimes. And I know I'm always envious of songwriters that can just like make up worlds and like imagine these people, like if they lived in this world, what would their personalities be like and what would their day-to-day lives be like?
Yeah.
And I can't do that.
and like writing from other people's perspectives and
Right.
stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah.
But your songs are so real and just very relatable though.
Cool.
And like, yeah.
You should be like, I know.
Yeah. That's kind of like what I like. If I heard stuff like that, I feel like that's what I would identify with. So I feel like that's just what I write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, I come from the comedy world, and it's kind of the same thing where, like, I'll be jealous of comics sometimes where I'm like, man, they do such weird shit. I wish I could do weird shit like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, that's just not me. Like, I
Right.
just know that personally my thing is, like, writing about my life and, like, talking about my thing. So it's just you're doing what you're best at.
Yeah.
But that's because you choose to be the best at it. Like, it's what you're most passionate about, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, I guess I could go that weird route where I'm like pratfall type shit, fucking weird costumes or whatever. It's just not me at the end of the day.
Yeah. And if you tried to be that, it wouldn't be authentic, and it would.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't even like
Exactly.
come across as.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
Totally.
Well, it might. I don't know.
So if you try to go on that weird world route where you're like doing sci-fi songs, just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. Not for me. I don't think. I'm always influenced too by like old love songs and stuff, like girl group and like Burt Bacharach type stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's just like very classic, like this is life, love, relationships, and yeah, that's my shit.
Hell yeah.
So you said that you're recently in a relationship. But like, how long have you been dating in LA? And give us like your backstory.
All right, here we go.
In like a sentence or less, tell us your whole dating.
Well, you know.
I've been living in LA for like 10 years, and
It's a good amount of time.
It's a good amount of time, a good chunk. This is the first boyfriend I've had where we met in LA, dated in LA, and now we're in a relationship in LA. Like, I'm from the East Coast, and every other relationship I've had while living in LA has been a long distance relationship,
Oh man.
or it was a long distance relationship and then they moved here, or it was just dating. Like, I've dated people that I met in LA
Yeah.
before, and it's never worked out.
But it's has it ever been like this is the first person that you're like, this is my boyfriend in LA? Is it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
been like totally in LA.
Yeah.
Started here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
Because otherwise you need to like import your boyfriends.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
found like with a
Yeah.
lot of my friends, I'm like, how do you have a boyfriend? And they're like, oh, we moved here together, or
Right.
like whatever.
Which is really hard. I actually also have moved from the East Coast to the West Coast with a boyfriend
Yeah.
that I was already my boyfriend
Yeah.
in Massachusetts, and then we moved to Oakland together, and it was great for a while. But I feel like that's just a really, really hard situation to like come out on the other side
Yeah.
unscathed.
Yeah.
Do you
which did
think
not
it's
work for
like
me.
easier to find guys on the East Coast? Do you think that's like, are they more available there or something?
Not necessarily. I just think for me, since I'm from there,
Yeah.
like we probably just share a mentality. I
Yeah.
find it hard to relate to a lot of the guys I've met that are from California.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. We just have different ways of thinking. Not that they're
Yeah.
not great or
Yeah.
they're not like awesome or interesting or anything like that. It's just, we have like different, like we were brought up differently and have
Yeah.
like different.
Different values and like
Yeah.
ways of doing things.
I have heard that like I mean, I don't know it firsthand because I haven't spent that much time on the East Coast, but
She's from the Valley.
I'm from the Valley. I'm like
Cool.
from here. Yeah. So I always hear like it's a very different personality type out there that you have to really get adjusted to. But I just haven't. And I think the people that I met from the East Coast here like have been in LA long enough that they're kind of like not that type anymore. But I am very curious of like what that East Coast personality type really is.
Yeah. And also I think like people that do move here from the East Coast already have a certain like thing in their brain that makes them even want to like get out there in the first place. But I always kind of equate it with like the weather systems.
Yeah.
Like here it's very sunny and warm all the time, and there it's cold and unrelenting.
And you just
cold
have to be a
9
cunt
months out of the year.
because
Yeah.
it's cold out and you hate everybody.
You got a shovel. It's
God.
hard work.
I cannot imagine.
And like especially
You're stuck inside.
Yeah.
You gotta figure things out to do.
Okay, but to be fair, it's like that in the Midwest.
Yeah,
and everyone from the Midwest has this thing about them where it's like, oh, they're nice and pleasant.
Are you saying that East Coasters are mean?
Well, that's the like. Isn't
I've
that
heard
the
that.
stereotype? Is like they're just fucking like New Yorkers, especially are like
just like very
kind
direct.
of assholes.
They're just very direct. And like
yeah.
But there's also, well, I was gonna say the cities are more like that kind of like.
Oh, for sure.
Midwest is more like spread out, except for like Chicago, I guess.
Yeah,
But are Chicagoans mean? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
not from my experience. They're just alcoholics.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
yeah. I'm from Minnesota, so
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
How do you feel about like?
people are? Everyone says that they're like Minnesota nice is a thing. Is like a cliche. Like because everyone is nice in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But really, people are nice on the surface.
It's
but
like that fake nice.
It's fake.
That's almost like LA nice.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess. But people in LA don't have a reputation for being nice at all.
Sure. Yeah. Then what is our reputation if it's not nice?
It's
Or like
being into ourselves.
Vain.
It's being like
self-centered.
self-centered and dumb.
Which
Trying to find like self happiness,
Yeah.
but yeah, or being like, I feel like a lot of the people I know that are from like Southern California are always like, yeah, no, I love that. Oh, no, yeah, I love that. Even if they really don't, maybe. I
Or
don't know.
they've never heard of
Such
it.
a good idea.
And it's
I
not
say that a
necessarily
lot.
that they're fake. They're just like, yes, everything's great.
You know what it is? I was born in New York, so I think it might be my blood a little that like the Valley didn't totally make me that person where like I just can't be that like, oh my God, great idea. Yeah.
Are your parents from the East Coast?
My
or-
dad is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think maybe I just have a little bit of that fuck this attitude. Thanks
makes sense to me.
Manhattan, I guess.
How have you been dating? Like, do you meet people online or like in real life, or what's your?
It's actually kind of funny because I was always super against online dating. I don't know. I kind of like feel like I don't know. I needed to kind of like come off that high horse a little bit. I don't know what it was, but not that I thought I was like too good or anything like that. I just was kind of scared of it, and like I was like, I don't see why I can't just meet somebody in real life.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And like I wanted that story of being like, oh yeah, we met in this place and it was so cute, like whatever. And then if you just go online, it's just like, oh yeah, I just clicked on his like thing and I pressed a button and then yeah,
We liked each other's faces, and then
yeah,
He didn't seem like he'd murder me, so I swiped right. And
yeah. So I don't know. I just always kind of felt weird about online dating. But then I did Alexi's podcast. She met her boyfriend, I think, on Raya or Tinder. Yeah. And she was like, no, we're going to sign you up right after this. Like, you're going to do it.
Oh my God.
Because, like, fuck having a cute story. Like, you need to find a good person. Like, that's what really matters. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. So,
well, you can still have a cute story after you meet. It doesn't have to necessarily,
totally. So, like, pretty much right after, and like at the point that I did her podcast, I had just like broken things off with this guy that I had been dating for a couple months that was like, it ended and it was just like, ugh, like what the fuck was that, you know? So I was just like, ugh, like, okay, I guess I'll just try it. So I signed up for Raya and,
Raya.
Yeah.
Starting in the big leagues.
well, I don't know. I thought that's what Alexi had told me she met her boyfriend on, but anyway, I don't know.
And now you're in a relationship
and now
with
I'm
Fred
in a
Durst.
relationship with a guy that I met on Riot.
Really?